Okay, so measure 29. Let's just go through every one of these chords here. Okay, so if you just strum it open, that's a C6 chord, right? And I'm just going to take my thumb on these and just kind of strum it open, just like that, and then touch it to mute it out. Okay, on your first fret, that's a D flat 6 chord. And follow along in your tablature. We start at measure 29 there, major 6th chords. Okay, and below this in the tablature, I put what the minor chord would be if you just grabbed your 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string on that. Okay, so we got C6, D flat 6. That could also be called a C sharp 6, the inharmonic chord. It's either a C sharp or a D flat, depending on what you want to call it. Okay, on your 2nd fret, that's a D6. On your 3rd fret, that's an E flat 6. That could also be called a D sharp 6. Because remember, if you move this way, going towards your pickup, that's sharping the note. If you're moving that way towards your tuners, that's flatting the note or flatting the chord. So if we have a D chord here on our 2nd fret, and we move it up to our 3rd fret, that's a D sharp. Okay, if you have an E chord here on your 4th fret, and you want to move that back a fret, that's E flat. So they're the exact same chord, just a different spelling of the chord. Okay, so once again, 4th fret is E6. The 5th fret is F6. 6th fret is G flat 6. Or that could be F sharp 6. 7th fret is a G6. 8th fret is an A flat 6. 9th fret is an A6. And that A flat 6 could also be called a G sharp 6, depending on what you're calling it. So 9th fret is A6. 10th fret is a B flat 6. Could also be called an A sharp 6. 11th fret is a B6. 12th fret is a C6. So that's a good thing. I mean, we could keep going all the way up our fingerboard, but it just keeps repeating. That same chord pattern would happen from your 12th to your 24th fret also. The exact same order of chords as was from your open to your 12th fret. So that's a good thing. Make sure if you don't know that, once again, from open to 12, the order of chords and the spacing and frets and all that is exact same as 12 to 24. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out what the minor chords would be starting at measure 42 now. Okay, so now let's start harmonizing this C major scale, kind of going up the neck, so to speak. So this first one is a C major scale harmonized in 6th. And the way that's going to feel as you're playing it or look is you're going to be plucking 2 notes, and you're using your thumb on the lower note and your middle finger on the higher note. Okay, and then you're going to have 2 strings in between the 2 that you're plucking. So as you're playing this, and I'll play it slow here. Okay, every single thing that I played there always had 2 strings in between the 2 that I'm plucking. So that's just kind of something to keep in mind as you're looking down and checking out your right hand as you're playing this. Another thing is each time you play it, my suggestion is to mute it out. Do a little palm blocking, roll your wrist back to mute out those strings. It's good exercise, but also it'll keep your playing real clean. There you go. Let me show you what I'm doing. Okay, we're starting off with an open 5th string and open 2nd string. That's an E note to a C note. Okay, and then we're moving to the 5th fret on my 6th string and 3rd string. And then go set those same strings to your 7th fret, 6th string, 3rd string. Now you're going to go up a string to your 5th string, 2nd string, but you're on your 5th fret now. And then 7th fret, 5th string, 2nd string. Now we're on our 5th fret, 4th string, 1st string. 7th fret, 4th string, 1st string. And then ending that on the 12th fret, 5th string, 2nd string, an octave higher from where we started. So if you just played just your highest part of this scale, that's just a plain C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So we're putting a note underneath it that ends up making it either a major or a minor 6, depending on how it falls within the scale there. Okay, so this is real fun. Once you get it, you can, start, you can start sliding into the. Different things that you can do, but just start off for right now, just working with it. If you're new to this, plucking the interval, memorizing what it looks like, how it plays, and working on the palm blocking there. Another thing too is I'm not using any slants in this lesson, so that's why for going up a scale like this, you could go up just keep it on these 2 strings that you start with, but then you'd have to start doing some different kinds of slanting with your bar to make sure that each note falls within the next note of the scale. So my advice is, let's save slants for a different lesson, because straight bar is a little bit easier, although you do have to move your bar a little bit more, but you're not having to slant it, and that is kind of hard to keep those slants in tune. So yeah, so go ahead and work on that C major scale. Let's go ahead and learn it a couple different ways too, in thirds. They're starting at measure 59 of your tab.